We have a shocking Ducks trade update. A new report reveals shocking details. We get into exactly what those are in this edition of Ducks Digest. Hey, it's Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are the newest Anaheim Ducks YouTube channel. I want to thank the 6% of the ones who are watching these videos who have hit the sub button, but 94% of you have not subscribed yet. Not sure why. We're bringing you everyday Anaheim Ducks content. Myself, Mike Nelson, been an Anaheim Ducks fan since 2003, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. As we know, the Ducks have been really busy in this offseason trying to make the team better, trying to make this team once again a powerhouse. And it seems like a couple players, the rest of the league kind of want. So let's get into this report that we got earlier today that says that teams have called the Ducks about Pavel Mintyukov and Olen Zellweger, and Pat Verbeek said no. Does not surprise me one bit. Mintyukov and Zellweger have been two, bright spots for the Ducks, two, very talented players for the Ducks that are young and have a lot of upside. And quite frankly, I think the Ducks, should not be trading neither of them. I don't know what everybody thinks. Comment below. What do you think? Let's get into this report, though. On the latest 32 Thoughts podcast, the premier NHL insider Elliotte Friedman reported that Mintyukov and Zellweger pleaded for more consistent ice time last season. That is, of course, something that he is reporting. Could have been something he made up. It's kind of hard to know if that's true or not. I've heard at different times last year, both these players were kind of like, I want to play more. I don't want to be in and out. I'm sitting out too much. And I think Pat Verbeek kind of said, both of you guys are going to have to be patient. I'm not trading you, and I'm not promising you anything I don't think you have to earn. So those are the words from Elliotte Friedman. I do believe, of course, the Ducks, both of these players probably wanted to play more. Every hockey player, every athlete wants to be out there. But I don't know if they actually, were complaining about their role, which has been something that the media has been, I think, mislabeling Ducks players. We're seeing that with Mason McTavish as well. Kind of the media kind of pushing this narrative that there's Ducks players that are unhappy with their current roles. And I think that probably is untrue. I mean, the Ducks are a young team. I think these guys are not being, total jerks and just being like, I want to play more. I want to be a star. I mean, a lot of these guys still have a long way to go before they can start demanding those sort of things. So I think it's just kind of the media spinning things out of control here and, saying that there's players that are unhappy with their roles. I don't know what everybody thinks, but I think the Ducks are a team. They're a young team, right? They obviously have a mix of veterans now as well. I mean, it's not like they're extremely young as they were, say, 2-3 years ago. This team is getting older every year with more and more experience. So things are on the coming up for the Ducks. They're just this close to making a push for the playoffs, right? Just this close. Mintyukov was Verbeek's first ever draft pick back in 2022, a 10th overall pick. And after taking the role as Ducks GM, Zellweger was selected under a different regime, as we know, and doesn't possess all the characteristics that Verbeek has shown a value in building his hockey team. Although, Zellweger did play 62 games last year. So I think to say that he doesn't, possess everything that, Verbeek wants is maybe untrue because he did play 60 games last year. Zellweger had a very solid season for the Ducks. Kind of his first full year with the NHL, right? I mean, the guy has been playing with the goals a lot. But last year, he spent the majority of, basically the whole season with the Ducks, right? So it was kind of his first go-around with the NHL for Olen, and I think he did a great job. This guy had a great season. Now, don't get me started with Pavel Mintyukov. This guy has been an absolute, delight to watch since the beginning, right? I mean, this guy was great even from the beginning. I remember his first couple games, Mintyukov was already showing signs of greatness. I mean, this guy is the real deal. I mean, if I had to choose between Mintyukov and Zellweger, I think Mintyukov is a potential NHL All-Star. This guy can be an all-star in the NHL. This guy was just drafted 3 years ago. You might say, hold on, Mike, this guy is not an all-star now. He's not showing that yet. But you got to, give this guy a couple more years, and Pavel Mintyukov could be an NHL all-star. He's that good. His skating ability, he's talented on both sides, offensively and defensively. Sure, he has to work on the defense, but this guy is getting better every single year. Olen Zellweger's a very solid player as well, but if I had to choose between both, I mean, I think you have to keep Mintyukov, right? I mean, if you had to trade one of them, it would have to be Zellweger, although I think Verbeek is doing the right thing and not trading either of these guys, right? I really think you got to try to keep both these guys at this time, right? And it seems like both teams, both of these players, have been, subject of other teams trying to, trade for them, right? After 2 months remaining in training camp, there's still some potential for trades, and one move could change the complexion of the Ducks depth chart, right? However, and for how notoriously tough Verbeek is on his young players, it's refreshing to see him unwilling to part with one or both of Zellweger and Mintyukov at this time. And quite frankly, I think this report is right in that sense. I don't think the Ducks are trading Zellweger and Mintyukov this offseason. I really don't think so, right? I don't know what everybody thinks, but I really think neither of these guys are going to be traded, right? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that the Ducks are, they're trying to build in different ways right now. I don't think trading away young players that already have some NHL experience is kind of the way the Ducks want to go. The Ducks want to obviously be a winning team. They want to be a competitive team again, but they also know that they need to rely on the guys that they have been developing, right? They can't completely betray these guys and just dump them off to the side of the road, now that things are starting to get better. I mean, I think the Ducks are, in some ways, loyal to what they've been working on, loyal to the project that they have going with Verbeek and the draft picks. Pavel Mintyukov, like I said, the first draft pick that Verbeek ever chose with the Ducks, right? So this guy's a first-round pick. He wasn't like at the end of the draft. This guy, the Ducks have, obviously some obligation or some commitment to, right? So Pavel Mintyukov is not going to get traded. I really don't think so. I think we're going to see him next year with the Ducks. The big question right now, I think, is Mason McTavish, right? I mean, are the Ducks going to keep Mason McTavish, right? I mean, this guy is going to probably get some offers from other teams. Are the Ducks going to match those offers? I think that's the question I think every Ducks fan has to have right now. What are the Ducks going to do in terms of Mason McTavish? And I think the Ducks have to go out and keep McTavish. I think he's that good, like I've said before. And that's going to be the big, lingering question the next few weeks, with what the Ducks are going to do in terms of that. Well, it's almost time for me to go. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're the newest Anaheim Ducks YouTube channel. We're bringing Anaheim Ducks content like nobody else. So make sure to hit that, subscribe button. We're going to have a great season, hopefully. Hopefully going to be competing for the playoffs in next April. This team slips in as a wild card. That's the goal. As always, make sure to subscribe. And let's go Ducks. Woo!